What's up, YouTube? If you follow me on Instagram, you just found out that I bought a 2014 BRZ. It's a Edelbrock supercharged car. I'll definitely kind of do a walk down of all the different stuff I have done to the car at some point. But what I noticed that I kind of wanted to do first on my own, since I bought it sort of already tricked out a little bit, is to do the Perrin drift button install. Now, I know that there's been a bunch of different videos done on this, and how to remove it and how to do all the different stuff in terms of installing it. But what I wanted to do is kind of show you the difference between leaving the spring in and then taking the spring out and sort of what it does. What you'll need for the install is some channel locks. I'm using a pot or a jar opening mat, I guess you'd call it. It's something my girlfriend had that I kind of stole from her, so don't tell her. But I've seen a lot of people put a piece of rubber hose over this, or they just use the channel locks directly onto this because they don't really care if it gets damaged. But yeah, so we'll start by removing the actual button itself, and then there's a spring in here that we can take out, and then we'll throw the new Perrin piece on. And then from there, I'll show you how it works without the spring. And then personally, I'm not going to be doing any drifting in this car, so I'm actually just going to have it as sort of a showpiece. So what I'm going to do is put the spring back in and then show you how it works with that as well. So I guess we can get started. So yeah, you just want to protect the actual button itself from being damaged. So what we're going to do here is just go ahead and take our rubber mat here and put it over the edge, and then use the channel locks to kind of spin it free. Now at this point it's just finger tight, so I'm going through and just getting the last sort of little bit off. And as you can see, the piece is now completely off. I did scratch it in one little spot, but for the most part it's still in good shape. So you want to keep that for later. And then here's the spring I was talking about. This basically makes it to where the button automatically pushes back out once you push it in. So this spring is really to keep it, so if I pull it up now, it's just going to drop right back down. So we're going to put that back in later, but I can kind of show you with the Perrin button what it does. So really nice, they give you some really nice instructions here, and then the button is nicely wrapped in this plastic. It has a rubber sort of grommet on the end of it. I think what that's for is to actually make it to where you can push it open or push it forward to keep it locked instead of having to use that spring. But basically it's as simple now as threading it back on. See, now without the spring, I can lift it and it'll drop back up, or I can lift it, push it forward with my thumb, and it'll stay. So like I said, I'm not going to be doing any drifting, so I think that I'm just going to go ahead and put the spring back in. But at least this kind of shows you now that you can have the spring out. You just have to, if you want to engage it, push it back forward. So that's sort of how it works. So now I'm putting the spring back in how it was. And now it functions like a normal e-brake button, and then you can pull it up and it automatically stays. So, boom. Well, I think that's it for the install today. Like I said, I'm going to be making the video of the kind of walk around in my Edelbrock supercharged BRZ, and then some other sort of BRZ content, along with my traditional Porsche and other vehicles I own. But feel free to kind of like and subscribe, and then we can hang out in the future. Thanks for watching.